Hey guys, what's up? It's Nicole. Welcome back. Ooh, that's bright. Welcome back to my channel, Real Talk Recovery, where we talk about recovery from addiction and I share my life with you. Let me clean off that. There we go. All right, you guys. So tonight, I'm pretty sure that we are into action. And so I got to get that pulled up real fast and then we'll get started. I hope you guys are all having a good night. Monday nights here on my channel at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We always do our big book study. And, yeah, I love doing it, you guys. I love doing this with you guys. It's really, actually, very much, it's fun. Hey, Lily. How are you doing? Hold on, I got to bring up this AA. Hey, Marissa. I'm doing all right, you guys. I'm doing all right. Thanks for asking. Just trying to bring up this AA. There we go. Boom. Okay. So, let's do this. Okay, I'm just trying to, is that it? Okay, so you guys know on Monday nights we always do our big book study, and so last Monday we had finished up chapter 5, which was our 4th step. We finished up with talking about inventory and how you make the inventory, how you do the columns. We did it all together on our previous big book study. So if you missed that, you can always go back to that video and rewatch it. It's pretty awesome. Just like we were all here talking and sharing it. It was a good video. So I think you guys will enjoy it. So what we're going to do today is we're going to read, we're not going to read all of chapter 6, but we're going to read as much as we can tonight, probably like 2 or 3 pages, and then we're going to discuss it. And the way I like to do this is I read a paragraph or so, and then we talk about it. And so if any of you guys want to follow along, we're on chapter 6, Into Action, in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. So I just want to welcome all you guys here. Just a little disclaimer, I am not affiliated with AA. I am like not representing them. I just love reading this and learning about alcoholism and addiction with you guys. This is just a way for me to stay connected in my recovery and at the same time help you guys stay connected with your recovery. So if you need support, join us tonight because I think you'll really, really, really like it. So let's get started. Here we go. Chapter 6, Into Action. Hey, Gold Dust. Having made your personal inventory, and remember, the last chapter was about our inventory, 4th step. So now we're going to be talking a little bit about that too. Having made your personal inventory, what shall you do about it? You have been trying to get a new attitude, a new relationship with your Creator, and to discover the obstacles in your path. You have admitted certain defects. You have ascertained in a rough way what the trouble is. You have put your finger on the weak items in your personal inventory. Now these are about to be cased out. This requires action on your part, which, when completed, will mean that you have admitted to God, to yourself, and to another human being the exact nature of your defects. This brings us to the 5th step in the program of recovery mentioned in the preceding chapters. So, remember what our inventory is like, guys. So when we're taking a personal inventory, it's just like an inventory of a grocery store. You go through all the things that you have and you get rid of the things that are not serving you anymore. Maybe you got, some apples that are going bad. We don't need those, but we can't just throw them away. We got to get credit for those suckers, right? And whenever I was working in the business of grocery stores, I always dreaded doing inventory But doing a personal inventory on ourselves and looking within ourselves and figuring out the things that we need to change, it helps us to be better people, right? You guys, I struggle every single day. I am not perfect. And I try my hardest to be a good person and do the right thing. But even I am flawed. So there's some times where I'll make a mistake and I'll have to go back and make that mistake right. But I'll tell you guys one thing for certain. I always give people the benefit of the doubt, and I always give them chance after chance after chance after chance. Okay, I will never respond to somebody unless someone has made 20 videos on me. I will never say anything about anyone unless they repeatedly harass me over and over again. Okay, and then what I say is justified. So, just so we got that out of the way. So inventory is important because we're getting rid of all the things that we have let block us off from the sunlight of the spirit, right? So a lot of the times we'll have resentments, we'll have I'll use some examples of my own personal inventory, okay? So when I wrote out my inventory and I looked back on it with my sponsor, I noticed that I had a lot of resentments toward people that I was in relationships with. Not just boyfriends, but like friendships where maybe a friendship went south, or maybe I felt like that person had done something to hurt me, right? But then what ends up happening is I sat down and I looked at it with my sponsor and I realized that, you know what? I even had a part in it, and every time I go back and I look at something, I can always see where I could have done better. You know what I mean? Hey, Reaper Man. What's up? I always see where I could do better, you guys. And I try to go back and right my wrongs. But I'm going to tell you guys something right now. If people expect perfect, I'm not perfect. I am a person. I'm a human being, right? I make mistakes every single day. But I will admit when I'm wrong. And that's what I've learned through working the steps with my sponsor. I've learned how to admit when I make a mistake. I've learned how to go back and make things right. I've learned how to think about other people and how they feel. Progress, not perfection. Exactly, Krissy. Hey, girl. Hey, hearts. Hey, Misty. I'm so glad you guys are here. I'm really glad that we're on this chapter tonight because I feel like what happens is a lot of times we hold certain people up to expectations that are unreachable. Why put so much pressure on one person? No one is perfect. One person can only take so much, you guys. And when you are repeatedly hurting and harming someone over and over and over again, and then you expect for them not to say anything back? What? I finally realized that when I was in my active addiction, I was hurting so many people. I was hurting my family. I was hurting my sisters. I was hurting other people that cared about me. And now today in my recovery, I try to do the right thing, you guys, but I'm not perfect. But I'm not going to let anyone walk all over me. Today, I know that I'm doing the right thing. Today, I know I'm a good person. Today, I know that I'm sober. I know that I'm 1052. I know that I'm, taking care of my family, right? And so, it's so aggravating to see people make up just these grand schemes that are just half-truths and lies. I know you guys know me. I would never respond to anyone unless said person has made 18 videos of me. Okay? And that's when I gotta say something. So, let me get focused back on our reading. But this all ties in. This all ties in to what we're talking about. Okay, here we go. This is perhaps difficult, especially discussing your defects with another person. Yes, it is hard. Discussing my flaws, the things, my shortcomings, the things that maybe I have a little bit of self-conscious about, I'm self-conscious about a lot of things. And then I'm vulnerable also. And I show my vulnerabilities here on this channel. And to be attacked for the things that I'm most vulnerable about, you know, it's like, what do people expect me to do? You know, I don't have a freaking armor on. I'm a person. I'm a walking, talking human being with feelings. You think you have done well enough in admitting these things to yourself, perhaps. We doubt that. In actual practice, we usually find a solitary self-appraisal insufficient. We strenuously urge you to go much further. But you will be more reconciled to discussing yourself with another person if we offer good reasons why you should do so. So right now they're going to tell us why we should share our fourth step with someone else. The best reason first. If you skip this vital step, you may not overcome your addiction. You'll drink again. You'll use again. That's the first reason. Time after time, newcomers have tried to keep to themselves certain facts about their lives. Secrets. Secrets keep us sick. Trying to avoid this humbling experience, they have turned to easier methods. Almost invariably, they got drunk. Having persevered with the rest of the program, they wondered why they fell. The answer is that they never completed their house cleaning. They took inventory all right, but hung on to some of the worst items in stock. They only thought they had lost their egoism and fear. They had humbled themselves. But they had not learned enough of humility, fearlessness, and honesty in the sense we find it necessary until they told someone else their entire life story. So basically, telling another person, your sponsor, a trusted person, right? I'm not going to just go to anybody and tell them, hey, guess what? This is what I've done. Well, you know what? That's a lie. I do tell everybody my life story because I tell you guys about it. But I'm going to tell you guys, the reason I share all those things with you guys, all those vulnerable moments of my life, emotional things, things that people try to use against me. Is it, oh, 80s baby. Thank you so much for letting me know that. Hold on, guys. This is going to make me mad. Okay. Okay, let's kind of like try to get it to pause out a little bit. Hopefully, I see where it's kind of like lagging behind. Damn it, this makes me so upset in these videos with you guys. Okay, hold on. Come on, Facebook. Come on, live stream. Come on, stream. Don't hurt me now. We're having a meeting up in here. Okay, guys. Okay, so, come on, don't mess up on me. Patience, girlie. How's everybody doing? Let me know what's going on. I'm going to just kind of wait it out and try to get it to come back in. Is it better for everybody? Put a crystal on it. Annie. Sandra. Okay. So they thought, saying here is that if you skip your fourth step, right? If you skip sharing that with your sponsor, then we're going to go out and we're going to relapse, right? Because it's really important to get rid of all that junk, right? Because that's what our fourth step is for. It's to get rid of all the things blocking us, right? All the resentments, all the anger, all the hurt, you know? And listen, you guys, every night when I go to sleep, I do a 10-step inventory, right? Is it really? And there's a circle going through the middle of the video. You guys want to start over and I'll come back in, or hold on, stay right here, don't leave. Damn Hold on, guys. Okay, guys, I'm sorry. I hope it's better now. Let me know. Okay. So I'm going to keep on going, all right? And we're just going to push through. We are going to push through. Okay, guys? Mods, be on your lookout. Okay, so, but they had not learned enough of humility, fearlessness, honesty in the sense we find it necessary until they told someone else their life story. More than most people, the alcoholic leads a double life. He is very much the actor. This is important. Listen to this. To the outer world, he presents his stage character. This is the one he likes his fellows to see. He wants to enjoy a certain reputation, but knows in his heart he doesn't deserve it. How many of you guys, when you were in your active addiction, it was like you were living two different lives? Your active addiction life, and then the life that you showed everybody when you were sober or when you were trying to act sober, right? The inconsistency is made worse by the things he does on his sprees. Coming to his senses, he is revolted at certain episodes he vaguely remembers. These memories are a nightmare. He trembles to think someone might have observed him. As fast as he can, he pushes these memories far inside of himself. He hopes they will never see the light of day. He is under constant fear and tension. That makes for more drinking. So that's what we do. We drink and we use drugs and we act out. We do things we're not proud of, and then we are ashamed, embarrassed, we're guilty, and we take those things and we push them back down with more alcohol and more drugs. And it's a vicious cycle that repeats itself over and over again. Okay, so when we get sober and we start working the 12 steps with our sponsors, you guys, hey Lily, X out and then come back in. I bet you it'll fix itself. When we get into those steps with our sponsor, this is a way for us to heal. Okay, because we're going to get rid of all that shame and guilt that we have been shoving down inside of ourselves for so many years. For so many years, okay? Here we go. Psychologists agree with us. Members of our group have spent thousands of dollars for examinations by psychologists and psychiatrists. We know but few instances where we have given these doctors a fair break. We have seldom told them the whole truth. Unwilling to be honest with these sympathetic men, we were honest with no one else. Small wonder the medical profession has a low opinion of alcoholics and their chance for recovery. You must be entirely honest with somebody if you expect to live long or happily in this world. Honesty, willingness. Remember, you guys, honesty, open-mindedness, and willingness. Rightly and naturally, you are going to think well before you choose the person or persons with whom you take this intimate and confidential step. So we're not going to just go out and say, hey, you look like a good one right there. I'm going to tell you my life story, right? When you are looking for your sponsor, you guys, you go out and you want to listen to other people while they're sharing their testimony, and you want to listen, and if they have what you have, okay, this is what I always say. If I want to find someone who's got what I want, do they have a job? Are they happy in their sobriety? Okay, I don't want anybody that's miserable and sober. I want to be happy and sober, you know? And that's the thing. It's like you can get sober and quit doing drugs and still be miserable. That's not the kind of life I want to live. I want to be happy, joyous, and free. You know, I don't want to be miserable and bogged down by resentment and hatred, you know? And that's the thing, you guys. I think a lot of people don't understand. I don't hate or resent anyone. I feel pity for others who are just malicious and are set out to hurt or harm me on purpose. Okay? I never set out. I don't make videos about people. I sit here and I do my meetings. Hey, we see you. Hey, Michelle. And I stick to myself. But I'm going to be damned if somebody's going to sit there and harass me over and over and over again, and I'm not going to stick up for myself. I'm not a pushover, and that doesn't make me miserable. It doesn't make me a horrible person. It makes me assertive. I'm standing up for myself today, you know? And you guys, just because I'm sober doesn't mean I'm a pushover. Just because I practice doing the next right thing doesn't mean I'm a wimp, you know? I'm not going to let people talk badly about me over and over and over and over again, you guys. 80s baby, I would tell you, but I'm not going to say it out loud in here. Anybody who wants to know can DM me and I will let them know, but I will not say their names or anything, and nobody else needs to comment either. Don't say nothing in here, okay? And that's the thing, you guys. Like, I have prayed and prayed about this situation, okay? I have prayed about it. I have asked God to please just take this person out of my life and let them just forget I even exist. And each time I think it's getting better, they come back, you know? And so, and they also take what I say and they twist it like anyway. I would never, ever make fun of somebody for getting hurt. Okay, you guys? Never. Never. But if somebody calls the police on themselves and they have a warrant, I think that's really ironic. And I do think that's funny. So, anyway, let's get back to the meeting. Back to the meeting. Okay. Okay. If you cannot, okay, here we go. If you belong to a religious denomination which requires confession, you must and of course will want to go to the properly appointed authority whose duty is to receive it. So this is saying, like, if you're like Catholic or you would rather like go to the priest and confess, you can do that too, right? Hey Camellia, what's up? I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Stick around. I usually don't talk about that kind of stuff. I'm usually keep all that out on the side, but some of it just leaked into today, but don't worry, I'm getting back on track. Every now and then somebody will, anyway, I'm human, you guys. I'm really working hard. I don't want those things to come into my channel. I want to be able to do these things with you guys and help you guys, okay? Because this program is so important to me. And if it wasn't for the 12 steps, I wouldn't be sober. I wouldn't have my life back. I wouldn't have anything. I wouldn't have my son. It's so important to me to be able to share this with you guys. And so, just really quickly, I have been being harassed for months, almost a whole year. And I just want those people to leave me alone. All I'm trying to do is do my channel and help people in recovery. That's all I'm trying to do. So, earlier I put up a video and it was about karma. And that's exactly what it was about, karma. You know, I don't wish anyone to be hurt, you guys. Okay? No one to be hurt. Even my worst enemy, I don't want anybody to be hurt. That's why she thought that it would be good to send me your way. I'm so glad you're here. And anything you need help with, girl, just email me or DM me on Instagram or on Twitter, and I will send you my cell phone number. I mean, you could ask everybody in here. I'll just give you my phone number. We can talk about it. But I love being able to do this with you guys, and it means so much to me. And so I'm really sorry that I even let any of that stuff affect me today, because normally I don't even say anything about it. And normally I wouldn't even make a video about it. So I'm really sorry, you guys, that I even talked about it. Okay? Okay. So let me get back on track. All right. So, okay. So we're reading Into Action, you guys. This is chapter 6 in the Big Book of Alcoholics Anonymous. And like I was saying before, in chapter 5, we talked about the 4th step, okay? We went through how to do a 4th step with the columns, which I'll show you a picture of real fast. And then what this is telling us is it's telling us how to pick a sponsor. It's telling us the importance of doing a 4th step and why we have to do one. Because if we leave this very important step out, then we'll get drunk. We'll get drunk and high again, okay? So our fourth step is to cleanse us of all the things that have been blocking us off from sobriety. Okay? It's to cleanse us from all of the resentment, all of the shame, all of the guilt, all of the fear, all of the anger. That's what our fourth step is for. We write all that shit down, and then we go into our fifth step and talk to our sponsor about it. And so we set up columns like this for our fourth step, all right? And so it says, I resent, and we'll put Joe. I resent Joe because he broke up with me and used me for money. I'm just making something up. This affects my, okay, and then we have instincts. Each person has instincts that they're born with. Social instincts, sexual instincts, and, oh gosh, I can't remember. Let me see. Oh, it's right here. Financial instincts, security, ambitions, sexual relations, personal relations, self-esteem, and pride, okay? And so we'll say this affects my, and we will list that there, and my part in it. So that's the point of our fourth, fifth step, is to find our part in the things. Because when we get sober, we're not just blaming everybody for everything, right? Because that's what we did when we were in our addiction for so many years. We couldn't take responsibility, right? We couldn't take responsibility, and we blamed other people for our own problems that we brought on ourselves, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I was notorious for not taking responsibility, okay? And so when we get sober, we start working the steps. That's what these steps are supposed to help us do, is help us find our part and take responsibility, and also help us heal, okay? We're going to find our higher power. We're going to get connected to a sober support network, okay? And we're going to find other alcoholics and addicts who are just like us, so we can have people to talk to and share and go through this time together, not alone. That's the main thing, is that we have to do this together. We can't do it on our own, because if we could do it on our own, how many of you guys would have gotten sober a long time ago if you could do it on your own? I would have been sober about 10 years ago, but I needed help. And that's what these programs are for, to help us. And I want you guys to know, after we do the Big Book study and we finish going through the Big Book, after that, I'm going to look into smart recovery, and I'm going to share with you guys about that. And we're always going to have so much things to do here on this channel, because we're just going to go through learning everything we can. Everything I can find, we're going to learn about it together. Okay, so if you cannot or would rather not do this, search your acquaintance for a closed-mouthed, understanding friend. Perhaps your doctor or psychologist will be the person. It may be one of your own family, but you should not disclose anything to your wife or to your parents, which will hurt them and make them unhappy. So remember, make amends wherever possible, except when to do so would injure them or others. That's what they're talking about. You have no right to save your own skin at another person's expense. Such parts of your story you should tell to someone who will understand, yet be unaffected. Okay, so somebody who's not emotionally involved with you, right? So I wouldn't go to my husband and share my whole fourth step with him, right? Because he loves me, and he doesn't want to hear about these things that could potentially hurt him, because maybe it was something that I did in my active addiction, or things that were happening to me that were hurting me, because that's just going to hurt him to hear those things, Okay. Such parts of your story you should tell to someone who will understand, yet be unaffected. The rule is, you must be hard on yourself, but always considerate of others. Notwithstanding the great necessity for discussing yourself with someone, it may be that you are so situated that there is no suitable person available. If that is so, you may postpone the step only. However, if you hold yourself in complete readiness to go through with it at the first opportunity. We say this because we are very anxious that you talk to the right person. It is important that he be able to keep a confidence that he fully understand and approve what you are driving at, and that he will not try to change your plan. Okay? But don't use this as an excuse to postpone your 4th step. Okay? So what they're saying is, if in fact you cannot find someone that you trust, or let's say you got a sponsor and you get all the way to your 4th step and then there's something that happens where you guys are not getting along, or maybe you don't feel like you can trust and talk to them. They're saying you can pause there, but make sure you get on track and find somebody that you can share it with. Okay? When you just when you decide who is to hear your story, waste no time. So here we go. Have a written inventory. That's what we talked about in step 4. Be prepared for a long talk. Explain to your partner what you are about to do and why you have to do it. He should realize that you are engaged upon a life and death errand. Most people approached in this way will be glad to help. They will be honored by your confidence. Pocket your pride and go to it. Illuminate every twist of character, every dark cranny of the past. Once you have taken this step, withholding nothing, you will be delighted. Can you hear this, you guys? Once you take this step and you get all that shit off your chest, okay? All the things that have been weighing you down for years, all the things that you did, all the things that have been done to you, all the things that you feel inside, all the things that everything that is, anything you can think of that has caused you pain. Anything you can think of, okay? Anything. Once you do this, okay, you can look the world in the eye. No more shame. You can be alone at peace and ease. Your fears will fall from you. You will begin to feel the nearness of your Creator. You may have had certain spiritual beliefs, but now you will begin to have a spiritual experience. The feeling that the drink problem has disappeared will come strongly. You will know you are on the broad highway, walking hand in hand with the spirit of the universe. So, all that shame, all that guilt, all that anger, all that resentment is going to fall to the wayside. It's going to be like you've been baptized and the water just washed all those bad things away, right? And you're going to get up and you're going to have a new found connection with your higher power. You're going to feel the spirit of your higher power. You are going to be healing. You are going to be on the path towards healing. Okay? And that's the spiritual experience that they talk about in the Big Book of AA. They talk about how a lot of us, some people have a burning bush experience, right? Like where they're like literally, bam, one day they just wake up and they're like, I can never drink again. I can never use again. And that's it. Burning bush. But a lot of people are like us, and it takes them time to get to this point where their perception of life changes, and they no longer want to drink and use because of the steps they're taking towards healing. Right? It's a gradual process. All right, and so that's what's going to happen for you as you go through these steps. And I don't want you guys to think, well, I mean, it could be like this. I don't know. But for my experience, I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I thought like an angel was going to come out of the heavens, right? But that's not how it was at all. All of a sudden, one day, 6-7 months had went by, and I thought, I haven't thought about getting high. And that's when it hit me. I don't want to get high anymore. And I started crying, and I couldn't believe it, because it had been so many years. I would wake up every day, and that's all I wanted to do was use. And now I'm sharing my life story with somebody that I trust. I'm sharing my story of addiction, and now I'm finding recovery, and I don't want to get high anymore. And it just, all of a sudden I realized, I don't want to get high. I don't want to get high. And that's a miracle for me, because I've never experienced that feeling before, not wanting to use. Okay, do I gotta McAllister's again. Good job, 80s baby. That's awesome. Okay. Return home and find a place where you can be quiet for an hour. So this is what we need to do after we talk with our sponsor. Carefully review what you have done. Thank God from the bottom of your heart that you know Him better. Take this book down from yourself and turn to the page which contains the 12 steps. Carefully read the first 5 proposals and ask if you have omitted anything. For you are building an ark through which you will walk a free man at last. Is your part of the work solid so far? Are the stones properly in place? Have you skimped on the cement you have put into the foundation? Have you tried to make mortar without sand? So this is our foundation, okay? And what it's asking us right now is, have we built a strong foundation? Have we let go of everything that is blocking us? Have we cut ourselves open and shared everything? Because we can't hold on to any of those secrets, because those secrets will they'll eat us up. That's what they do. It's like holding on to, okay, so you got a bundle of apples, right? But there's a rotten apple right in the middle of the bunch, right? If you don't pick that apple and throw it away, what's going to happen to all the other apples? They're going to go rotten. They're going to get infected by that one apple. So that's what it's like when you hold on to resentment and you hold on to these secrets that we have, right? If you don't let go of those shits, they'll keep you sick, right? They'll make everything else go rotten inside of you. So you got to let go of all that stuff so you can heal, okay? I'm telling you guys. And listen, at first I was super nervous because, and I'm going to tell y'all, there is nothing that you have done that your sponsor hasn't been through, okay? I was so afraid to tell my sponsor all the shit I had done in my active addiction and the things I was shamed about. But because she's only an alcoholic, right? She's been sober for 31 years. But she's never been on drugs. And so I was like, oh God, how am I going to talk to my sponsor and tell her these things? She's never done any of this. I was so ashamed, right? You guys, she's totally been there. It doesn't matter what substances you use. It doesn't matter it doesn't matter. Addiction is addiction. And we all have done questionable things in our active addiction. And so that whole time I was nervous of what she was going to think about me and what she was going to say. Guess what? She looked at me and she goes, that's it? And it made me feel so much better. Okay. If you can answer to your satisfaction, look at step 6. We have emphasized willingness as being indispensable. Indispensable willingness. You have to have it. Are you now perfectly willing to let God remove from you all the things which you have admitted are objectionable? Can He now take them all, every one of them? If you yet cling to something you will not let go, ask God to help you to be willing. What did you say, Megan? My mind was blown when she went through the same things. Yes. And that's what I'm telling you guys. Like, we think that we are the only ones. That's one thing. Hold on just a second. Yeah, baby. Yeah, hold on just a second. Okay? Let me finish this video and then I'll make you some. All right? Love you. I love you. We might. I have to check in just a second. Love you, baby. What we think, we addicts and alcoholics think we are super unique, okay? And we think that nobody else has gone through what we have gone through. I don't know why we're like that. We just are, right? But I swear to you guys, 9 times out of 10, if you'll just open up and share with somebody, that person has been through something similar. I promise you. That's one of the things that I've learned from this program, is that so many people relate to what I'm going through, right? So many people have gone through the same exact things. I'm not special. I'm not different. I'm not unique. We're all just alike. How can someone relate? I'm doing my best though. I'm done getting high. It took everything from me. I know that's right. Yeah, and that's the thing, you guys, when we can come together in a community setting like this and we can all share like what we've gone through, that's what this does. It's like, yo, I don't know why we all think we're, like, I'm telling you, I used to feel the same way. I was like, nobody understands me. Nobody's been through what I've been through. They have. And when you can open up and share that with someone else, the healing experience just from that alone is unreplaceable. Okay. When you are ready, say something like this. So this is your 6-step prayer. Are you guys ready? It goes like this. My Creator, I am now willing that you should have all of me, good and bad. I pray that you now remove from me every single defect of character which stands in the way of my usefulness to you and my fellows. Grant me strength as I go out from here to do your bidding. Amen. You have then completed step 7. So that was steps 5, 6, and 7 right there. Okay, I'm going to read one more part and then we're going to stop. Now you need more action, without which you will find that faith without works is dead. Look at steps 8 and 9. You have a list of all the persons you have harmed and to whom you are willing to make complete amends. You made it when you took inventory. You subjected yourself to a drastic self-appraisal. Now you are to go out to your fellows and repair the damage you did in the past. You are to sweep away the debris which has accumulated out of your effort to live on self-will and run the show yourself. We cannot run the show ourselves, you guys. If you haven't the will to do this, ask until it comes. Remember, you agreed at the beginning you would go to any lengths for victory over your addiction. So, I'm going to stop there, and that's where we're going to pick up when we come back next Monday, okay, guys? Willingness, okay? That's all you got to have is a little bit of willingness. Be honest and open-minded, and you can heal from the disease of addiction, and you can gain a whole new life and a whole new perspective. Did you guys know that? That's what will happen for you. And it's amazing, right? It's amazing. Because for so long, you guys, I thought I was how do I explain this? For so long, I was a victim of my own circumstances. Can I get an amen? I was a victim of my own circumstances, of the things that I put in place, the things that I did to hurt and harm myself, right? Those things I was a victim of. Not today. Not anymore. I don't have to live like that. I don't have to be a victim anymore, right? Now today, I'm healing and I'm learning and I'm growing every single day, one day at a time. It's amazing, you guys. I'm telling you. It didn't happen overnight for me, okay, you guys? I didn't wake up one day after shooting dope for 10 plus years and think, you know what? I'm going to do all these steps and I know how to do them and I'm going to work them backwards, frontwards, all together. I had to reach out for help. And if you don't take away anything from this whole time I've been on this video, you're not alone. You have got to reach out for help, okay? There are good people in this world who actually want to just help. There really are. Okay? That's what we do because it helps us stay sober. Okay? I do the same thing. I can never call people or share in person, but I used to write it down just to get it out. And then I found Nicole and she made me feel so comfortable that I started sharing. Yeah! You guys, and listen, I will never, ever break confidentiality with any of you guys. Okay, you got it. Don't worry, I'll keep it to myself. That's what I was just about to start. I will never break you guys' confidentiality. If you reach out to me and you send me something, I will never say who you are, what your name is, unless you ask me to share you every day that are anonymous. I don't even know their real names, you know? I just know their numbers or their screen names. I'm telling you guys, there really are good people in the world who just want to help, okay? And I know that there's people running around here on YouTube making it out to be like I'm some kind of freaking devil or something. Come here before you judge and learn about me, because all you got to do is come here and be with me for 20 minutes and you'll know. I'm as real. This is me. This is me. This is my life. I'm just trying to stay sober. And guess what? While I'm trying to stay sober, helping other people is what helps me stay sober. Okay, that was the one thing that was missing out of my recovery for so long, was service work. Okay, I was reading my big book, I was doing my meditation, I was doing my meetings, but I wasn't helping nobody else, right? And that's one thing that my sponsor taught me whenever I first started my program, was that giving back to others is going to get me out of my head. Okay, so whenever I'm feeling the worst, whenever I'm down on myself and I'm hating life, guess what I do? I help someone else. You know why? Because it works. Because it gets me out of my own way. It gets me out of my up here. And you know what they say, you guys? Being alone in your mind is a dangerous place to be. You know what, Camila? Bring your big book next week, because that's the one we're reading out of, is the AA one. And I used to do the narcotics. After I do the AA one and we get through it, then we'll start on the NA one. So let me kind of fill you guys in who are new, okay? Monday nights at 7, I do this big book study. Wednesdays, I upload a story time. It'll be uploaded by 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? Yes, it is. 80s baby, 87. I love Chester. Man, RIP, right? RIP. But that's what it's like. It's a battleground up here. And for drug addicts, being alone in our own mind is the worst place to be, because that's where we throw those thoughts back and forth. That's where we tell ourselves we're worthless, we're not good enough, we're lonely, and we hate ourselves, and we don't deserve sobriety, right? That's what we do in our minds. And so we got to get out of there. Get out of there and get to helping and be present. Be present, okay? Oh, well, I'll pray for you. I hope that you come back. You'll be in here, because we're always here. You'll see me tomorrow. So Wednesdays we do the story times, and then on Friday nights, you guys, we do our medically assisted recovery anonymous meeting. So a lot of you guys know I'm tapering on my Suboxone. I have my doctor's appointment this week. So when I get back from my doctor's appointment, I'll let you guys know how many milligrams we went down this time. I have a headache. And I'll share it with you guys. I really want to just be open and honest with you guys about my journey getting off Suboxone. So that will be this week, and I'll let y'all know how that goes. But I really hope all of you guys got something out of this meeting tonight. I really do apologize for bringing in any kind of drama. Oh, 8 milligrams. I'm on 8 milligrams right now. But I was on 12, but now I'm on 8. Does Xanax make people have migraines? I don't think so. I don't take Xanax though. I'm on Suboxone. I have migraines really bad because my hair is so long. Let me show you guys. And it's really, really thick. And so what I think I need to do is get my hair cut. Ugh. I used to take Xanax. Anyway, to my new people, I love you guys. Welcome to the Real Talk Recovery family. You're family now. You've been broken in. You've been to a meeting with us. Let me tell you guys, if y'all want to know my story, there is a playlist called My Addiction Story, and it has 4 videos, and it's my life story. and it's 4 hours long. So if you're bored and you need something to watch, that's how you can learn my whole story. So I hope you guys all have a really good night. Thank you so much to everybody who came out here. I apologize for even having to address any kind of drama here on my channel, and it will not happen again. I'm human, you guys, and like I said, sometimes things just get to me to where I can't handle it, okay? But I love you guys. I hope you have a great night. I'm going to go check my emails, and I will see y'all later.